Let's debrief the bicycle example together. And to do that, we'll look at the different levels of business model competition. So most people who do this exercise for the first time, they focus on the product innovation. And they use the canvas mainly to fill out the pieces around the product or the new segments, right? But what you really want to do is you want to think of the story of your business model. You want 3 alternative examples that are very, very different. So what I mean with that is that you might look for business models with switching costs, business model with recurring revenues, and so on. So think of the business model mechanics. When you get good at this exercise of prototyping, you will really come up with 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 alternative business models that go down a different path with different business model mechanics. Now, what you want to do really when you do this prototyping exercise is play around with difficult questions. Ask yourself, well, are you going to be able to create recurring revenues? Do you want to make a tailor-made value proposition or a mass production? Are you going to go physical or are you going to go virtual? Address all these questions with different prototypes. Go down different alternatives, explore what could be, rather than trying to find the best solution. Now, that is very time consuming, but if you keep the prototypes, in particular the early ones, very rough, you will be able to explore many alternatives and you will come up with the best solution. And this is a much better approach than just trying to find the best solution by iterating on one different path. So remember Jim Glimpf in the activities before? The crudeness of the early models in particular is very deliberate. So you just want to spend 5 to 30 minutes on the early prototypes so you can explore many, many different alternatives. And if you really want to do that, you need to have a timer. You need to stick to a short time frame because otherwise you're always going to end up with a 1-hour discussion around a business model prototype. Now, the issue here is that you don't want to refine too quickly because if you refine too quickly, as Jim Glimpf says, you become attached to the idea and then it becomes hard to explore and you can't look for better. How many times have you been in a project where people have been working together and maybe after a couple of days or a week somebody says, hey, I think this is not the right direction. And then everybody else says, well, we've spent so much time and money on this. There's no way we can go back, right? So what you want to do at the beginning is explore rough prototypes, different alternatives, so you can look for better. Now, please try it out, explore alternatives to find better solutions, and don't fall in love with your first ideas.